DNS is the shooter.
All right, man. Shoot, third interview. Got my boy Cam God in this hoe.
Man, you already know what it is.
This
man.
like
gang.
This like the coffee break room for the videographers right here, man.
Yeah.
I admit, man, you the most humble and most free-spirited person I ever met, bro. Never hated. You always in a position to want to learn, bro. I never heard you go, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing. You don't act like that at all. And I noticed that puts you in a position of bigger things, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I even appreciate you even, you know what I'm saying, reaching out to me and hit me up, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you always checked on me.
For real, I check on, that's the one thing, man. I strive to check on everyone. Yeah. Because I feel like the world is ours. You know what I'm saying? Regardless or not, everybody is their own planet. You know, real shit. And when I see you doing your thing, I see people like Ovid Media out there doing their thing.
Shout out to Ovid.
Yeah, shout out to Ovid. You know what I'm saying? I see all other videographers out doing their thing. Yeah. It's like, I be like, you know, I feel like y'all family. You know what I'm saying? You know, as much interviews I've talked about, I really be solo dolo out here. So y'all are like my family. So I learn from y'all. I learn from everyone that's out in the game doing something. So it's always something to learn.
Yeah, because like just the other day, man, dude saw me outside the club. It was an event going on. He just walked up and said, "What up, DNS?" He didn't know I was just outside trying to find a way in the club, though. You know what I'm saying? So that's love, bro. That's love.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about when I seen you at the club and I was like, yeah.
I was acting like I was.
I was outside. I was actually had a section.
Yeah.
I'm over there and I see you out there and I just, what you doing out here, man? What's going on, nigga?
Like I said, bro, I didn't know about the event or nothing like that. And I was like, man, I just got to find a way to get up in here. Yeah. And you just came out clutch.
Yeah. I mean, shit, that's what it's all about, man. You got to be spontaneous in this game.
Let's start from the beginning. Where you from?
I say I'm from everywhere, but I was born in Italy. Naples, Pazzulli, Italy.
Ah, so you're an international guy, huh?
International.
So how'd you ended up over here in America?
Well, my mother was in the military, and from there we went to. I stayed with my grandmother. My mother stayed in Italy, but she shipped me to my grandmother, and I stayed there with my grandmother by myself. You know, till I was like, 3, 4.
Okay.
Then but I was going back and forth.
Okay.
From Maryland to Italy, and then my mother came back, and then we moved to DC, and then from DC, then she was like got shipped to New Orleans, and then from New Orleans she came out to Texas, and then from Texas at 14 she had kicked me out, and then I went back to my grandparents, and then from there it's like shit.
I mean, she kicked you out. Like, why she kicked you out?
We didn't grow up. It was different. I just like you say, free spirited. I was very free spirited, and
did you feel like because you was with your grandma all that time, when you finally linked with your mom, it was kind of like that disconnection?
It was a disconnect. It was a real disconnect. You know what I'm saying, that we had. So we never vibed together and everything like that. Mm-hmm. So I went back to my grandmother. My grandmother was actually in the Nation of Islam. So I had that, and I was like that, from the beginning. So I always had that in my background and everything like that. So when I stayed with her, and then I left from there and then went from Virginia working on a farm by myself. My grandmother still stayed in there, and then I went to Kansas City because they had a temple, what was actually called the United Nation of Islam, and then they was out there. So, that's a lot.
Okay. So you say you were dealing with the farming in Virginia, so you know how to grow crops and stuff like that?
And, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it was nothing but vegetables. Yeah. Because I was actually a vegetarian. Didn't turn to pescatarian, then...
I about to say, it don't seem like it with you being at them seafood spots.
But that's the worst thing that I do eat. But yeah, man, I love seafood. I love it.
Pretty much with you moving around, you know what I'm saying? With you doing all of that, that means, you got connections all over the United States. Pretty much you got somebody you can tap in and call and stuff like that.
Different parts of the cities and everything like that, and doing what I was doing, but I still was green to a lot of things. I still was green. So I ended up being on my own again, and I started hustling a lot. You know what I mean? I did a lot of hustling just to survive. It wasn't for the lifestyle or
doing what you had to do to
doing what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? I seen a lot of shootouts, a lot of what I'm saying, a lot of shit, a lot of dead bodies. I seen a lot of that, and I didn't want to be in that, or I knew.
You knew early that
me continually to live this lifestyle and do that. I mean, I was in it for a while. It was like a lot of things going on. And I was in and out, you know what I'm saying? Because then I was trying to go to school in Maryland. And then I dropped out and went to California. I was in California with a friend and left from there and came to New Orleans, then went to Job Corps, you know, in Shreveport. And so
you practically just been moving around really all your life.
All my life. So people think it's like, oh, your mother was in the military and all that. Nah, I really was moving around by myself before then. And then at the same time, just being around. So that, even when people see me moving around doing the videography and photography, it's already in me. Yeah. So it's like some things when people say it gotta be in you, you know what I'm saying? You can't just learn this stuff. It just don't get bestowed upon you. It's just like you gotta know it, you got to live it so you understand and master. Like it comes to when you have situations that come up even when we shoot. When say somebody wants to book a deal with you, you know, book you, or say something you at a shoot and it's spontaneous. To me, I feel videographers are, we are problem solvers. Yeah. We are pretty much problem solvers. A situation to come up and it's like, you got to figure it out right now and then. You got to figure out right now. Yeah. And if you don't, it's like, what are you? What are you doing? Oh, well, you know, like, nah, we problem solvers. Got to figure it out. Okay, you want to book here? Or the person just canceled over here? All right, let's do this. Or say you shooting and that person cancels. All right, who wants to shoot now? And if they don't want to shoot, let me create a shoot and let me do something to still stay consistent in this game.